Okay, this guy loves Lila. So Five was stuck alone in the apocalypse for 40 years, working tirelessly to find a way back to his family that he had a deep, strong devotion to. He killed an entire boardroom just a way to save his family. You mean to tell me the same guy whose whole motivation was his family's safety was willing to throw it all away like that? Completely out of character for him to betray his brother. He's supposed to be rational and mentally experienced old man. He is like 80, so the situation seems so
Nah,
trivial.
that's bullshit. That guy, whoever wrote that, is stupid.
You're agreeing up to that. Like,
No. Whoever wrote that, dude, Number 5 needed to get laid at some point with a real girl, and I'm glad he did get laid finally. Okay.
you got to remember, they were on that world for 5 years before. So after season 3, it's a 5-year gap. So he's gotten laid. He has.
But let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Chaos. You who goes after married girls, okay? Let me ask you this. If you're in a world,
in a while,
shut up. If you're in a world with a Latina, and let's say she was married to Ash or whatever, right? And you're in a world with her for 7 years, and you wouldn't go for it.
Ash is my friend. I would not do that to a friend. I have self-control.
For 7 years along with a girl in a parallel timeline.
I would not do that to Ash.
Bro, I don't believe you for a second. Do you believe him, Ash?
You don't have to do that. You don't have to believe that. Ash is my friend. I would not do that to hurt him. If I'm stuck with his wife for 7 years in some situation, look, I can beat my meat. I don't need to have sex with her.
Ash, do you believe him?
Me?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't see. He wouldn't leave you alone with his wife.
He doesn't have to believe me. I believe me. That's all that matters. He doesn't have to believe that.
I understand why he would have a fling and why she would have a fling with him. It's human nature, bro.
Nah, bro. No. You just can't control your emotions.
Because, look, the whole thing with Five, like I said, the guy even said, he's the smartest. He's the most logical.
He's still a man. He's still a man with a dick, bro.
He literally fights for his family. He was alone for 45 years fighting to get back to his family. And he got them back, and he did everything he can for his family. He would not sleep with his brother's wife.
Listen, Number 5 is a great character, and he loves his family. That's true. But he's also a character that the only previous relationship that he has had was with a mannequin.
No, that's not even true. They were literally on this planet for 5 years before the season started. The gap between season 3 and season 4 is 5 years. They were all normal. They all got relationships going on. Every single person there got laid.
Number 5 didn't get laid during those 5 years.
He literally did. Why do you think he grew his hair out? It's not a cool style.
They never showed it.
Yeah, I think one of the worst things was when they went to the subway. All the Fives had that same exact hairstyle. They couldn't even make anyone have his normal short haircut. Yeah. They all had the long hair. That was lazy.
A little bit lazy. They could have made different versions of him that look a little bit different.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be all of them from different timelines. All of them grew the hair the exact same length.
But no, I still understand why he went for it. He's a guy. He's a guy that never really experienced love in his life, and he has a chance to experience.
Can I ask you something?
A woman.
Can I ask you like a serious question? Respectfully. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been in love?
Yes. Multiple times.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you retarded?
Shut up, dude. I even think you could love two people at a time. Because I think when Lila hooked up with Number 5, I think she still loved Diego, but she just hooked up with Number 5. So I think she loved them both to an extent. But I think that her bond with Diego was way stronger. So she had to stay with him. And also because they have a family and all that.
You don't have to stay with someone because of a family. Like, you can love more than one person at a time.
No, dude,
the problem is, it makes no sense for the character 5 to do that.
For me, it completely makes sense.
Because you clearly were watching a different show.
No, bro. People are thinking they tend to forget that number 5 is a guy with a dick. Like I said, he's a character that's gonna if he's
So
gonna
is
be with a
Seven.
woman, he's
Victor
gonna.
has a dick. He didn't sleep with anyone on this show's friends, anyone's wife. He could have gotten with her.
If Victor had been stuck with Lila for 7 years, he would have made a move too.
Nah, he probably would have killed her on accident.
Luther too. All of them would have hooked up with Lila. They wouldn't have cared.
Not Luther. Luther would not.
All of them, bro.
Luther's only interested in his sister. And he had a
Whatever.
girl.
That's a stupid point to not view.
Diego would never do that because he actually cares about his family. Allison wouldn't do that because she's a stuck-up bitch. Klaus wouldn't do that because he honest he has sex with. I don't think he's.
Klaus is gay. He wouldn't have gone for Lila.
Lila.
I feel like he's bisexual.
I feel he would do anything, yeah, but he's mainly gay. Okay.
But he's not. He wouldn't do that to any of them, no matter how much drugs he's on. The trauma of being with one of his relatives' spouses. I don't think he could do that. Ben, obviously, he's dead. We don't talk about evil
I
Ben.
have a question. So the Lila girl you're talking about, was she the one stuck in
Diego's wife,
subway with who?
5.
Or number 5.
He's the one who looks like a little kid because he's a time
so
traveler.
Number 5 had a fling with her?
Yeah.
And that's number 2's wife.
Holy hell, what the fuck?
But here's the thing: number 5, since the beginning, has been all about family, trying to unite them all through all the worlds that have been ending.
Bro. That's
Exactly. Even Ash though, he doesn't have to watch it to know. He understands.
Chaos, you're stupid, man. You don't understand how deep a character can be. You're trying to make him way more dimensional than what he really is.
It's not about one dimension, it's about principles.
Shut the fuck up! You never even seen the show, all right, bro? And let me tell you something. Lila, that whore, she's an Indian. She's poor people, okay? You can't stay in this, okay?
She is in. They have a whole thing where they're like, she's Indian. There's a whole scene about that, I think.
I mean, no, Ash, listen. You understand, right, that when you put a man and a woman for 7 years together, they're lost together, and they'll help each other, and they're nice to each other. You can see how they can develop feelings for each other, right?
But
just to remember, the girl.
I'm saying, like, you can develop your feelings, but you still have to control your emotions. Sorry, not emotions, actions. Your actions are still in your control. Like, you can be like, oh, I start to feeling hot for this girl. You don't have to give in to your feelings.
Okay, Ash. Okay, let me put you in the situation. You're a guy that wants to experience love. You want to experience intimacy with a girl, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So if that's the opportunity that number 5 has, and it was an opportunity that he's never had felt in his life. So why would you blame him for taking that opportunity?
Because that person is not any person. It's not a random person. It's a person that is in relationship with someone he cares for.
Even more than that, he knew her before she even met his brother, and they worked together in the agency for years.
Okay, so you would deprive yourself from having that experience because she's the wife of one of the people that you know, because they're not real family, they're not blood related.
Doesn't matter how much I care about this person. It's not not an issue. It's just that me doing something like this, it's not good.
You're a good man.
It's not good. He realizes, they both kind of realize it's not good. The problem is, would you deprive yourself this opportunity that you're probably not going to get ever again? You wouldn't go for it?
We need to mention the part that the reason that he didn't give her when they were trapped and he found a way to get back into their timeline. She asked, why didn't you tell me this when you found it? And he was like, you know why? Because she knows that she is Diego, his brother's wife.
I know.
Want to go back.
I know.
Even though in every other season, he only cares about the well-being of his family. and he
I
would never do
understand
anything
that.
to
I
hurt any
understand
of
that,
them.
Chaos. But
He was the first person to accept Victor. Well, it's
I
probably
understand
Allison
that.
actually.
I
It's
understand that,
Allison.
Chaos. But I don't think that. No, I think number 5 did love his family, but not to that extent where he would deprive himself from falling in love with a
So,
girl.
so they all know his family's getting attacked and killed, and they don't know what they're doing. And he wants to stay lost in the time world because he wants to sleep with Diego's wife.
Yes, dude.
So
The
he doesn't care
whole
about his family
no, the
because
whole action
he
is
was
a very
okay.
selfish.
He was
It's very
okay being lost.
selfish. Dude, listen, it's very selfish from both of their parts because you gotta remember that she's willing to do it too, and she's
This
the
has
one
nothing to
that's
do with
married.
her. She's not their
Oh,
brother.
of course she is.
She's not related to them.
Dude,
She's just the wife.
if you're gonna hold
She's
if you're
just the
gonna
wife.
hold number 5 accountable, you need to hold her accountable too
They're not-
because
Are
she's
you
the one
telling?
that's
Is she
married.
related? Is she related to Diego, or is she just married to him? She's
She's
married to him.
married to
So
him. Yeah.
you know, look, she can do what she wants.
No.
Oh my
But
God.
No,
number
she
five,
should not do.
number
What the
five,
fuck? Yo,
no, look, no,
Exactly. Ash,
yeah,
at least you
no.
agree with me that she needs to be held accountable too, right?
yeah, she is.
So please tell me how her doing that, like she can do what she wants because they were already their marriage was already messed up. She wasn't married. She's married to his brother. The point is, number 5 did that to his brother, and then he tried to beat him up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What?
you forget
He
that part
tried to
because
beat-
once she chose Diego, and he tried to beat up Diego.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is the guy you're defending, Rock, who would never do that in any previous season. He would never
No,
do that.
okay.
Yes, she would have done it too.
Nah.
You are so dumb, bro.
No. I see where chaos is coming from. That kind of kills the character.
They completely changed. Like you even
Also,
said this,
why the
Rock, to
fuck
begin
did
this. They
that-
completely
bro,
changed the character.
If I was the brother and I found out like what kind of shit she did, I would have been like, "Get the fuck out of here, you bitch!"
Ash, the
Like,
problem
here's
is
the thing. She never cheated on him.
What the
Like
fuck?
she never
did? No,
cheated. She never.
She emotionally
No.
cheated on him.
No. So
With the
no,
number 5.
she never cheated on Diego. She lied to him to start the season off. She went out and was like doing undercover work, telling him she's going to a book club. But Diego felt she was cheating, so he followed her, and she saw him hanging out with 5. But 5 was in disguise. He had a fake mustache, which I thought the mustache was real when I first saw it.
no, I
Fake
knew it was fake.
mustache. Okay, well, Mister, I see everything.
Bro, you're dumb, bro. You literally don't have the brain capacity to understand
So
the depth of a character.
Diego thought she was cheating, but he talked. The only sibling that he talked to was 5, and he told 5,
Yeah,
"I'm nervous about my
let me
wife
ask you
cheating." And you know what
this.
5 told her?
Let me ask you
What
this.
you think. She would never.
Let me
cheat on
ask you this, Chaos. Okay, throughout the whole season, especially starting with the first one, do you think they're a tight family?
Yes.
Yeah, this is exactly why you're retarded. Okay, and what you don't get
No,
those.
because
Those-
they become tight once they're together. When they're apart, no.
Listen,
they're
listen,
apart,
listen.
they're not together. But when they're together,
Exactly.
they fight, and then they're tight knit.
Exactly.
They are very
Here's
close.
something.
And 5 was cheating, was doing that.
Let me listen. Shut up, and listen. It's like this. They're like the X-Men, okay? When they're working together, shut up.
Shut up,
When they're
bro.
working together,
Listen, bro. Listen.
when they're working together as a team, they care about each other. But in their off time, they don't even hang out with each other. They're not even friends. Okay?
You know, 5 literally traveled through space and time to reunite his family together because he cares about every single one of them.
He cares about saving his family, sure, but they're not a tight family.
Yet he's gonna cheat. He's gonna sleep with his brother's girlfriend.
Yes, he would have.
Once would he do that?
It's that kind of family because they're not real. They didn't grow up together, bro. The son was lost through time.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
When we started this, what did Rock say was what did he say was his least favorite part about this season? What they did to
Number 5.
Number 5,
How
yes.
they changed
I
his
recognize
character.
that.
How they
I
changed
recognize
his
that.
Number 5
character.
was so cool, but now they made him so lame.
because they
This
completely
is not
changed
my
his
number five.
character.
This is what he said. This is not my number five.
He's not my number five. But the when it comes to that specific action of sleeping with Lila, I get it. That one I can
Name
defend.
is Diego
Okay,
Five.
I'm talking about everything aside from that.
Look, you clearly are okay with cheating.
Bro, he cheated on his
Listen,
friend.
I am. I am. Honestly, I am because I think every person decides who they want to be with. Okay, if you don't have to have this moral tie to somebody like they control your body and they control your soul,
Bro,
so you can't cheat on
you
them.
can just tell
Fuck
them
that.
like, hey, I have feeling for this person, so I'm not going to be with you. Instead of cheating on them and hurting them.
Yeah, communication is key.
Yeah, dude. The problem is
Obviously, you
sometimes
wouldn't understand that, Ron.
the problem is sometimes that you don't want to let go of the first person, and
Yeah,
you feel that you shouldn't.
because in
So
that case, you're not thinking straight. What you're thinking is like, hey, here is this other person who has some attributes that have like used to be with the partner but not anymore, and there is some sexual activity like you like her body or whatever, right? So you
cheating
give
isn't
in to
just
that, but
sex.
that person that you're fucking is not the person you want to be with, and that's why you don't want to let go of your partner.
So
It's not
so
that you you are deciding is because that's not love. You're just giving into your temptation. It's different.
Ash, what
Oh
is
no,
love?
no, I would agree. I would
So
agree. It's
wait,
given into your
what is
temptation.
love? What is love? What is love? You're
Baby, you
saying
don't
that's not
have
love, so what is love?
no more.
No.
That's right. It's baby don't hurt me no more. So Diego and Diego's wife were having marriage problems. So why did he only look for solutions to their problem to be with her and communicate with her? And why did she lie? And why did she make moves on five? And why would five reciprocate those moves with his brother's wife? Like I get that when you cheat, it takes two to tango. We get it. The problem is she knew five her and five have a longer relationship than her and her husband, which is besides the point. The only difference is one of them is related to Diego and has known him since he was a baby. The other one met him in a different world before it got destroyed.
Bro, number five and Diego were never best friends or anything like that. Number five is
But
not really close to
why?
any in the group like that.
Yet he's the one that will always be there for all of them if they need
Yeah,
him.
exactly. Because
Except for this
he's the
season.
one. He's the one
Except for
that
this
knows
season.
everything. He's the one
After
that knows
except for
knowledge
this
about
season,
everything.
after he makes out with his brother's wife and then tries to fight his brother because she chooses him. She
Bro,
chooses
forget all
Diego
that.
over him.
Well, forget
Bro,
all that
you
because we
are
don't talk about it.
delusional.
I
You
want to
are
ask.
stop.
I want to ask Ash this because I think Ash and me at the core, I'm not gonna agree about because Ash is all about loyalty to that person, right? So you should never cheat on that one
I,
person, right?
I think Ash is a cheater, man. You can tell.
Bro, if Ash was married to an Indian girl and he's married to her, he's not really that happy. They're only doing missionary, and then he meets a hot Asian girl. You think he's not gonna jump on that?
Of course he is.
Bro, I'll break
Bro,
up
Ash is like Diego's
Indian
wife,
girl
okay?
before the
Ash, but here's the thing. What if you start liking her, but you're still not sure if she wants to commit to you? Are you still gonna break up with your old wife for just without even knowing if you have a chance with this Asian girl?
uh if I am at that point.
And you have
Why am I
you have
liking
three
that,
kids.
that Asian girl? I would try to look into that. If
And
I'm
you have three
liking
kids.
that Asian girl only because of how she
Because
looks
she's
or
Asian.
whatever, then I won't pursue after the Asian girl. But if I like this Asian girl, let's just say, because
So
I like her
you have kids
personality,
and
I
you're
like
married and you're
spending
still
time.
going
Wait,
for
wait,
the
let me
married
complete,
woman.
bro. Let me complete my sentence.
Bro, you're a cheater. You don't you're making excuses to cheat.
No, no, no.
Why talking to your wife?
No, I am asking myself that, like, hey, if I am going to, if I like this Asian girl, let's just say, for all the other stuff too. Like I want to spend more time with her. I like her company. I like her personality. I like her way of thinking, and I feel like I'm more with her. In that case, I would just talk with my wife and break it up. Otherwise, I'll
But
just like if I like the Asian girl only because of how she looks, and it's just going to be like some kind of like a short term thing, but I still wanna be with my wife. In that case,
bro, and you think
never
she
pursue.
deserves
I
it?
will
You
never
think your
pursue.
wife deserves that? You think your wife deserves to get that you got bored of her all of a sudden and you like this new Asian girl? You think that's fair?
I
The
haven't done
cheater. I
anything. These
told
are
you
just
that.
emotions at this point.
Bro, you're gonna cheat anyway. The only reason that you think it makes it better, like, okay, I'm gonna dump them first, so it's not technically cheating. You're still gonna break their heart for no reason because they didn't know that you were having feelings for another person. You're still cheating in a way
Because
because you already passed the interest to another person that is not
cheating
your significant somebody.
cheating is more than physical, man. Cheating is a lot more than having sex with someone with somebody else. Last year, a cheater, you deserve to lose that divorce court
No,
case.
no, you know what? I'm just testing his morality, right? Because I think the heart
He,
wants what it
he,
wants, dude.
he's
It could.
fucked. He's fucked. Okay, bleep me out. He's fucked.
No, no, no. That's why I understand when some. Because listen, this happens in real life all the time. You can have a couple that they were together and somebody of them cheated, right? And then after they cheated and they got into a new relationship, they stayed with that person and they had kids. They just, you don't always find the right one right away. Sometimes
Agreed.
you find the right one when you already have a person in your life.
Agreed.
So yeah, so that's what I mean, right? So that's why I'm not. Listen, cheating hurts and everything. Of course, it hurts. But at the same time, your heart should go wherever it wants, and nobody should possess your hearts and your feelings except yourself. I mean, I understand loyalty to an extent, obviously, but at the same time, you have to follow your heart because nobody controls your heart like that. It should be yours and only yours to control. You know what I mean?
I mean, once you're married, your heart belongs to two of you. So if you can't stay loyal,
If you're happy together, sure. But if you're
I mean,
not,
but if you're not happy, you don't need to be with them. It's more like I get people stay together because of kids. That's not
yeah,
right. You're just ruining. You're messing up the kids too.
no, it's very. This is a very complicated subject. It has a lot of nuance and a lot of subtlety when
Look,
it
I
comes
think
to
we
it.
can all agree Ash is a cheater.
He doesn't. I don't think he views himself as a cheater, but I think he would cheat if he found like a better person that's more fit for him than somebody that he previously have. Um, and again, when it comes to this situation,
Rook. Here's the thing.
um,
So if I, let's say, if I found someone that is better, that means I have already
I mean, how
emotionally
can you say
cheated,
they're better?
right?
How can you say they're better though? You haven't. You just found them. You're not actually with them.
Yeah.
no, he actually
You only.
explained it. He said he explained that if he liked her, if he liked her
But
personality,
that
he liked
doesn't mean that doesn't mean that they're better. You
they're
know,
more better suited for you.
because
That would be the term.
there's a big difference between being in a relationship with someone, like a marriage, dating relationship, and just having being a fling with someone, cheating on someone else with them. That's a completely different relationship. Because when you're with them, the problem is she's already gonna know you cheated on someone else with her. So it may not be a big deal, but now every little thing you do, it's gonna be in the back of her head, sadly. Even if
Oh
you
yeah.
never do it again. And now guess what? She's not gonna it's gonna be like any other relationship. It's gonna start out fine. And then give it a month or two, you're gonna start getting annoyed with each other. And remember, the person you cheated on her with, like I said, you have 3 kids. And every time you see those kids, they're gonna look at you like, Daddy, what'd you do?
Brother,
You're gonna start, and the relationship that she has with those kids, it may not be good. It may be good, it may not. We don't know.
did you ever see the case of the guy? He had a family with a pretty girl, and he cheated on her. He had like 3 daughters or like 2 daughters. He cheated on her. He had a fling with another girl, and he was so into this girl that he killed his previous family.
I
Like killed them all and buried them in like an oil
That
thing.
pussy good, bro.
Right? Yeah, it's super good. God damn.
bro,
But
you know why he probably was like, I ain't giving the alimony money. I'm not raising those.
no, no. I listen. What that guy did was horrible, dude. Like I have a child. It doesn't matter if I get with like 20 women after my child. I will still love my child from any marriage. Okay.
You a
Uh,
good guy, man.
no, no, it's true because the love of your child is way bigger than the love you get for like a spouse or something.
I mean,
Bro,
Um,
it's
if I have
debatable.
a
You've
child,
never had a
I would
spouse.
never do any of that. Why? Because that would still hurt the child.
Okay, you just cheat
wait,
on your
what?
wife. Okay.
No, I'm saying like if I have a child and let's just say I found some other woman attractive, I'll never go for her, even though I like that woman more.
But you do know that if you actually communicate with your spouse, they may be like, "Hey, I am comfortable enough because I love you no matter what.
Yeah, but
I'm
here's the
comfortable
thing,
enough
Chaos. Here's the
for
thing.
you to
Yo,
sleep with them."
here's the thing though. Like like communication is important, but a lot of times what happens is like because of a lot of factors, a person loses their ability to have communication.
Damn,
No,
that's
dude.
deep.
And one of the reasons is honestly, listen, communication is important, but it's not always the easiest to do. All right.
Exactly. That's
You're not gonna sit with your wife and tell her what's on your mind. Like, listen, honey, you kind of been boring me for a while now, and I might, if this gets up, I'm gonna cheat on you. I'm just letting you know. Even though that's how you feel inside, you would never tell that to your wife. All right. So when
but
it comes to
that's
communication, you can
I
express
think
everything.
I think there's a big thing. A lot of you can express that depending on the person, because that's why people go to therapy.
Yeah, that's why they go to therapists because they don't have that people
Yeah,
capable of emotional maturity
and
to handle. So they
sometimes
found out very
just
early.
mentioning something like that, obviously, like most people, they're not down with it, but some people they are. But you'll never know till you actually ask it. That's why you date people and you find out before you get married. You get through the rough stuff, and then the new rough stuff.
I think honestly, I can't speak for everybody. I only speak for myself, and I do, and I have seen that people don't always agree with me or like have the same like emotional attachment. But I'm one of those people that honestly, I honestly think that people, if they want a better partner, they should cheat and go with whoever they want. I don't particularly feel like I owe my loyalty and my soul to one person in this world, and I have to be loyal to them and love them forever. If I love them forever, sure, because it's natural, right? But if I don't, I should be able to have the choice to move on and be with another person.
I
Yeah,
It's
think
not.
as
as
long
that
as you
only
communicate
happens
with
is
them.
if like you don't know what you actually want.
It's
No,
not.
I mean,
It's not that easy, honestly, because
Yeah,
when it comes to people, you don't even know. Listen, when it comes to people, you don't even know exactly who you're gonna end up as friends with, or even in love relationships. So listen, if I had built like my friends exactly how I want them, I wouldn't have built like a diabetic black guy and a short little Indian guy. Okay, that would have been my choices for like my friends that I want to do a podcast with. But those are the people that I ended up doing it with, bro. So it's not like every person is gonna meet all the needs that you want. You don't even know what you want yourself.
because you
but
never
you got to
asked.
remember, we're just friends. We're not starting a life together.
Yeah, we are not going to spend time all of the time together with the other
I,
person.
I think at the end of the day, what makes a relationship last, it's not just the sex.
It's
You got to
the
be able to say the hard things to them.
it's like if you can't be yourself in front of them, then you can't be with them.
You know what? Actually, I have to disagree with you there, Chaos. I think the main reason that couples like cheat on each other or stay split up or lose interest in each other is because they stop having sex
It's
as frequent.
I would say it's also that
I agree. I
another
agree.
thing is that
Like
like for girls, like let's say the thrill goes away. Like they like someone
No,
pursuing
no,
them,
no, no.
and
Listen, no, no, no. If you are in a relationship and you keep your woman sexually satisfied, and she keeps you sexually satisfied, you don't feel the need to cheat elsewhere to
Yeah,
yeah,
sleep with
no,
somebody
that's
else.
because
that's not
you are
true.
only prioritizing sex. Sometimes it's outside of sex. Sometimes it's like the other
I
stuff
agree.
that people do is important to them, and you can't give it to them, so they go for that elsewhere. And because they are going out elsewhere, that's the person they are like, so they are like, okay, I'll fuck that
Okay,
person because I'm
let me.
getting the other stuff. So it ultimately depends on what is important to you. If sex is more important to you, then it being depleted in your relationship would make you wanna seek outside of that. And if the other stuff is more important, you wanna go outside of your relationship to seek it out. It depends on
No,
what
but
you.
I honestly think once if you are in a relationship with somebody and you're having sex all the time, that also means they're still very affectionate to each other. So sex does come with love. It's not like it's a separated thing.
I
So
agree.
the most, if you have like a very good sex life with your partner, you're probably more sexually satisfied, sexually and love wise. So you wouldn't have to cheat. You know what I mean?
But you got to remember, cheating is more than sex. Cheating
Yeah.
is also emotionally. You may not be as emotionally attached to your partner as you can be with someone else,
Yeah.
and that can affect your
That I
relationship.
included that. That's why I'm saying that
Also,
sex also adds that to a relationship. It
another
makes you
thing.
more intimate and more
Yeah.
affectionate with each other, which increases the love.
Also, another thing is that when you're having sex, you don't always know that the other person is doing it for you or for them too.
Bullshit, dude. That's such a stupid thing. Okay, that's
Look,
ridiculous, Ash.
I'm
Okay,
not. Look, I wouldn't use the language Rock used, but I agree with Rock
See,
no, no. But the
because
problem is,
look,
Ash. The
Rock.
problem is that's different, bro. Because she's still being sexually active with me. But if she stops sleeping with me, then I will figure out something is wrong. You know what I
But
mean?
but
when
what
you're
Uh,
if
in a
she?
relationship
But
with
what if she out
somebody,
of like
there's
just so that you won't feel anything is wrong and she feel like guilty for cheating? What if she still continues to have sex with
No,
you
no,
but
no.
she
The
doesn't?
thing is, let's listen, dude. Once a girl is with you for like 3 or 4 years, 4 or 5 years, she's not. If she doesn't want to do something to please you, she won't do it. She won't. She's just not gonna do it. She doesn't. He doesn't have to do it. You kind of imply that. What if the person that you're with is kind of doing it as a favor to you? Not really. They're
No,
not gonna
no,
even
I'm
do
not
you
saying
that
as a
favor
favor. I'm
because
saying
they
like
don't want to do it.
let's just say if they are cheating or they found someone that to cheat with, they won't want you to find it out. So cover up. They would just try to be close to you. Like that also happens.
Oh, sure.
you
There
gotta,
might be a way to deceive you to think
Yeah.
the
nothing
main
is
So
wrong
in
here.
that
Yeah,
case,
that's
you
cool.
might
the main
feel like you
reason
have a
people
good
get caught
sexual
cheating
chemistry,
though,
but it's not working out for you.
the main reason people get caught cheating is because they act differently, and their spouse knows because that's somebody you're with
All
all
the
the
time,
time.
yeah.
They so
I think the main reason that people cheat is a lack of a good sex life. Honestly,
no, it's more than sex though. People
no.
cheat.
No, listen, I'm not saying it couldn't be. I'm
No,
saying that in
I
most
mean
cases,
you can have a
that's
good
the reason.
sex life and still cheat. You know that, right? Because you become
Yes,
mentally
dude. I am.
you
How
become
stupid
mentally
are you?
attached to
I'm
someone
acknowledging
else.
that already.
You can become mentally attached to someone else because you love the
I'm
way they're
acknowledging. I acknowledge that.
and that makes
I
you
acknowledge all
sexually.
that.
And even though you have sex with your spouse every day, you still have sex with someone else.
I just want
I'm,
Like you gotta realize, sex isn't the be all. It's either emotionally or sexually. That's what it is.
let me tell you
Those are
something.
the two
Okay.
things.
Let me tell you something. At least from my experience, right?
Yes,
When I was with my girl, we had a very good sex life, and even though I still found other women attractive, I really felt sexually satisfied by my girlfriend. And even though I was attracted to other women, I was like, nah, you know what? I don't really have to go for them. But now that I'm single, like every woman that I'm seeing, I'm like, God damn, bro, I would throw everything away from her for her. Like I'm that down now. I'm really down bad now. When I had when I had a girlfriend, I didn't feel like that. I felt very sexually fulfilled. You know what I mean? But I still found
So
attractive.
let's say that you don't have a girl, but you find someone in your life that your sex that sexually fulfills you. Would you no longer look at these random women and be like, "Yeah, I want to fuck"?
I
If you were
still would, but
sexually
I wouldn't go
fulfilled.
through with it because I'm already sexually fulfilled.
So you're just a horn dog.
I mean, I think most men are sure.
Speak for yourself.
Listen, dude, you can have a beautiful woman. You can have the most beautiful woman in the world as your wife, and you will still look at other beautiful women and find them attractive.
Well, I don't think anyone has a problem with looking, right? Like men and
But
women
that's
both
what I'm
look at each
saying.
other.
Looking,
No one
I'm not
cares
talking
about
about.
looking. We're talking about physically, mentally, that way, emotionally.
No, see, the thing
Looking
is that was
eyes
gonna sound too
look,
personal.
look,
So I wouldn't say.
look, eyes wander. Nobody cares. Men look at men look at women, women look at women, women look at men. You got to appreciate everybody different, and I like to look, but that doesn't mean you're gonna cheat.
I know, but if you're in a bad relationship that and you feel very abandoned emotionally and sexually, you're
Did you talk?
more
Have
likely
you
to cheat.
have you
More
talked
likely to cheat.
and have you talked to your partner?
I mean, sure, but even
I mean,
sometimes if you
that's
check
like if
out,
you're
it doesn't
feeling,
fix it.
hey, it's not gonna fix it. But if you've not communicated to your partner, hey, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like I am let down sexually by you, emotionally by you. I don't know what happened like, and I don't want to lose you. Like, if you still want to be with them, have you tried talking to them and actually going through the process of taking it to someone else if you need to see if y'all can fix it? And if even if y'all can still love each other, but like sexually, it's not there no more. Y'all can still be together, and you have that open communication about it, no matter how hard you try. And if she can't handle it, then y'all can break up. I'm just saying, it's not just cheat first, you know.
Bro, I saw this Indian lady that was in the Umbrella
Does she
Academy.
have
I'm like,
deodorant?
what? He was ready to fight with his brother for her.
Bro,
What
you haven't even watched season two. Okay,
the?
get out of here.
I haven't watched any seasons.
You barely watched season one. You don't even know what you're talking about. Diego's wife is precious. I'm not a
No,
fan of
she's.
her,
Not,
but
I'm not gonna lie, she's not, and she has a nice personality. She has a.
I'm not a fan of her personally.
I am. I like her.
I felt like she wasn't I didn't need her to be included.
No, if you consider all the females that are in the show, she probably has the best personality out of all of
Well,
them.
well, the females they lost a member, as we know.
They lost Victor.
Oh, you know who I used to find hot? The robot mom.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I agree. Like, why didn't they bring that up in season 4 too?
I don't know, but she was probably the hottest character in the whole show. And the monkey. They probably had sex. She probably had sex with the monkey.
Pogo. Yeah, it was good to see Pogo though in that one scene. So when you mentioned X-Men earlier, remember when the roof opened up and the giant plane came out?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was thinking X-Men when I saw that. I was like, these dudes really the X-Men.
I honestly, when it comes to like human relationships, I think they're variegated, and I don't think you
What
have
do
a
you
rule
mean by
book.
human
I don't think
relationship?
you have a rule book for what to follow for every
You
relationship.
have relationships
It's way
with
too diverse for that because there's couples. There's
why do you
couples.
have to say human relationships? Who else you having relationships with? We're a we're a judgment free zone, man.
I didn't get what you said. What did you say?
Why did you have to say human relationships? Like, are you having relationships with things that aren't human?
Okay, Jesus, are you fucking a monkey? Uh, no, dude. I'm saying I said the word human because to emphasize how complicated human emotions are. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Us as a species, as humans, we don't really have a rule book. What we can establish these rules or what to follow for a relationship.
But
Uh,
like, have you ever seen like stray cats or cats in general? They cheat all the time. That's why there's a bunch of stray cats, and
yeah,
you'll see them fighting because one of them got caught cheating.
I just don't think our emotions are a little bit stronger than the rules that we set on upon ourselves. And that's why we don't live up to the rules that we set up for ourselves. Because I don't
Rules are
think
made to
nobody.
be broken.
I mean, because I don't think most normal people want to cheat on their partner. They don't want to do it. It just happens.
It just
I mean, unless you're a
happened.
player, unless you're one of those guys that
I can
takes pride in
feel
sleeping with a different
every
girl every week.
feeling that happens.
Well, a lot of people, I think, like I said, a
No
lot of people have
matter
open
what I
relationships
tell them,
because they know they can't, they love the person, but they can't sexually be with one person.
Yeah, that happens. I get it.
And that's called communication. Like you talk to your person, you let them know, like, I'm not someone who can be with one person. Like, I love you in every way possible, but I can't just have sex with you.
See, I view myself as somebody that could be with one person, but I don't think it would be forever because I just think people change and people's interests change through time. So I'm one of those people that would believes in temporary love, not eternal love.
I
That could maybe
believe
exist. Listen, I'm not saying that doesn't exist, that I'm not able to find somebody that I could love forever. There's probably a person like that, but I don't think it's very likely that I'm gonna. That's a
I,
that's a likely scenario. You know.
I'm looking to love one person for the rest of my life.